What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So this video on this channel, I always focus on trying to do reactions. And this one is not going to be a reaction. This one is a little bit more serious. We like to laugh and we like to have fun over here, but I think this one deserves a little bit more seriousness because of what this video is about. So Jake Johns, aka Big Boy from Strength Cartel, recently linked up with Wes Watson. Okay. I just saw an ad or a video, I guess, by Jake Johns, and he's talking about he's been in the fitness industry for 20 years and that he has more knowledge than pretty much anyone out there. He was the #1 power lifter in the world, and he has all this experience, and he wants to be your coach, right? So I think a lot of us are left scratching our head when we'll give you that. You have a lot of experience in the industry. You know, the majority of the time, recently you got in shape. You've been a fat dude. Like, you've been one of those dudes that you're strong as hell, but I don't think many people ever looked at you for the majority of your career. I don't think anybody looked at you as like the guy to hire to get a physique. Right? Maybe strength. Let me hook up with this guy to build my strength. Yes. But to be the guy that's like, I want to get ripped. Let me hire this fat dude, this fat ass strong dude. I don't think anybody did that. Now, you've slimmed up somewhat, and so now you can offer, I guess, some advice and maybe build a program for someone to bulk up and then get shredded. I don't know. Back to Wes Watson. You hitched your wagon to this guy. A guy that has built his foundation on shit. They say that you have to build your home on a strong foundation, or else the first storm will wash it away. Wes Watson has lied. I say this over and over. I'm going to continue to say it. Wes Watson lied about how much time he was sentenced to. He was not sentenced to 10 years in the CDC, right? There's a hair that is driving me crazy. He was not sentenced to 10 years in the California Department of Corrections, and yet he says that he did 10 years. He didn't catch any time. He didn't get a new charge added on. So that's the first lie. Then he did his time out of state. You're not putting in all this work if you were sent out of state. You get sent out of state and you put in some work, you're coming back and you're staying in California. You're going to go do a shoe term. He's never been to the shoe. He's got videos about the shoe. He's never been to the shoe. There's just so much stuff that he built his shit house on a shit foundation. And he's in a hell of a storm right now. And you, Big Boy, have hitched your wagon. You have hitched your business. You have linked up with this guy. You're wearing Wes Watson, his tattoo, his initials on your Strength Cartel stuff. You have 1904 on your clothing now. 1904 is for the letters of the alphabet, the 19th and the 4th letter, which is S and D for San Diego. Why did you do that? Wes has disrespected some pretty serious people out here in California, so it's no wonder why he moved as far away as he could from California. But you, big boy, you're still in California. You're running around in California. You have San Clemente across your chest, huge. And for a long time, I think people accepted you as a great representative of the city, of your town. You were a big, strong dude, and you were repping it. And I don't think anybody had a problem with it. But now you are, I mean, I saw you and you were in like some Dickies or some Ben Davis with extra big pants and the black, the cholo belt or convict belt, whatever you want to call it. And you're taking on a character. You're calling people out. You're doing what Wes Watson does. And there are people from the barrio over there that are getting in our comment sections. And they're saying you are not from the barrio. You never were from the barrio. They're saying you were a skater, used to hang around with a skate crew or something like that. And the foundation that you built Strength Cartel on, it's weathering the storm now. You made a video and you talked about loyalty. And you have a bunch of bodies, guys that used to be your friends, strewn all over in your wake. Kind of starting with Rich Piana. And you have said, damn, that was a dumb video. You said that your homies' enemies are your enemies. Your friends' enemies are your enemies. How are you friends with Wes Watson, and why would you choose to inherit his problems and his enemies? You have now, and you just had a video up. You had something up on your IG this morning because you said to these gangsters from your city, from your town, you issued a response to these guys that are really in the streets, that they can't tell you where to go. They can't tell you what to do, and that you rep it, and you're going to continue to rep it. Whatever you said, man, you know what you said, and you took it down. Unfortunately, it was recorded. And by taking it down and threatening men who really are not, they don't give a fuck about your Lambos. They don't care about your gym and your coaching. They don't care about that. These people are willing to kill and die for what you have on your chest. When you make videos talking about the strongest Mexican, there's a lot of people that are like, who are you referring to? Los? The guy you call Los, Carlos? Okay, then just hand him that. But you're competing against him, and there's some Mexicans pretty riled up about that. And then you have people that are saying, okay, well, if you are Mexican, Wes Watson has made a lot of foul statements against Mexicans. Mexicans, they just accept anybody. Anybody can run with them. Mexicans, they're sloppy. They can't get in shape no matter how hard they work. Their DNA is all jacked up. And then here you come with your big dickies and your tattoos. I mean, you're okay with that. You're putting his tattoo on your clothing line. Everything that you built went out the window when you hooked up with that guy. You guys talk about your prison experience. I mean, you talked about working out in prison and using sandbags. I've heard of, dudes using dirt. There's water bags. There's paperwork that people will have enough paperwork where they'll make weights out of that. But sand? You sound like Wes. I've never called in to question whatever you did in prison. I saw you got busted for a home invasion. Okay. Whatever. And you went and you did your time. However you did your time is not my concern. I don't care. You've always, like, people have said, like, nobody was even tripping on the Strain Cartel or Jay Johns until you linked up with Wes Watson. And speaking for myself, that's where I was like, why? Like, what? Cali Muscle is another bad idea. The shot caller, the zombie-eyed shot caller. Okay. But to put out threats to content creators and bodybuilders is one thing. To tell gang members that are actively in them streets that you're going to do whatever the fuck you want. Man, that Lambo better be bulletproof if you're really going to be rolling around over there. I don't think you would. I think maybe you should take a page out of Wes's book, man, and get a spot over there. Go to Florida. I don't know. I think that there's probably some people that are pretty upset with what you had to say. You have the ability to make a few phone calls and put the fire out and apologize, though. And there's no shame in that. It was a bad idea. Don't pick up Wesley's bad habits. Remember, he ran as quick as he could to Florida. He talks all the papas, all the wah, weedies about come to my gym. The authorities are waiting now. They're waiting across the street, hoping somebody beats him up, because I'm sure they're laughing at him. But it is what it is, man. I don't wish violence on anybody. This is just that, and that's why I said this one wasn't going to be a funny one. This was going to be just some words of advice, man. Just a little advice, Jake. You're a big dude, Holmes, but you're not bulletproof. When you start threatening gang members, that's when stuff gets more serious. Threatening content creators, we laugh about it. We'll make more stuff making fun of you guys because it's funny. It really is. You guys are not tough guys. You guys are bodybuilders, and supposedly on roids. And I don't know if you are. I don't know who is. But those are the allegations out there. Like, stick to that lane. Don't get in the lane of the tough guys stuff. Because when you get in the lane with tough guys, real tough guys are going to come knocking. It's my video for today, man. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out of here.